Okay, so rules review. I'm going to give you a couple more seconds, and then we'll go over 1 through 6. All right, Wyatt, what do you have for number 1?
X to the a plus b.
X to the a plus b. Where do students get in trouble? They want to do xx to the a plus b. That's not the rule. Remember, the rule is a shortcut. The rule is a shortcut. So it's the base, and you add the exponents. Sam, what do you got for 2? So we have something with an exponent to another exponent, and the shortcut is to multiply the exponents. Number 3. Ileana, what do you have for 3? Can you tell me why it's 1?
Because x to the 0 is whatever to the 0 power is that divided by itself.
Okay, so what do you call the whatever? What's the name of the whatever? The base. So anything to the 0 power is the base divided by itself, and it is 1. All right. John, can you do 4?
X to the a minus b.
It is x to the a minus b. Again, this is a shortcut. This is a shortcut. Let me give you an example here. Just watch. You can write it if you want, but I'm going to go a little fast here. If I add x to the 6th over x squared, if we did the rule, we would end up with x to the 4th. What does the rule do? It's just a shortcut for this. Isn't x to the 6th x squared times x to the 4th? Isn't it? Right? It's x times itself 6 times. I split it up into x times itself twice times x times itself 4 times, right? Anything divided by itself is 1, and don't you get x to the 4th? Again, the rule is just a shortcut to what's going on. Kirsten, what do you have for 5?
I have CD, X to the a plus b.
All right, the C and the D represent numbers in front of our base to the exponent. So they get multiplied, C times the D, and then x to the a plus b. So that's a more complicated form of rule number 1. More complicated form of rule number 1. Eduardo, what do you have for 6?
I didn't get 6.
Okay, do you have it still? Do you know it now? Okay. 6 always amazes me that students miss that, but they do routinely. Adam, what do you got?
1 over x to the a.
1 over x to the a power. The exponent says, or the negative says, do the base to its exponent in the denominator. That's what the negative tells you to do. The shortcut is any base with its exponent, if it's negative in the numerator, stick it in the denominator, it'll be positive. That's it. Any exponent that's negative in the denominator, stick the base and its exponent in the numerator, and it'll be positive. That's pretty easy. All right, that's the rule. All right, go ahead and do 7 through 11. And I'm going to pause the video. 7 through 11. All right, Kaylin, rule number 1, or 7, I'm sorry. So A plus B, X, like that. How many think that's correct? Somebody tell me what is wrong with this. Andrew?
The parentheses are on the A and B.
You have to add the coefficients, and they require a parentheses. It has to be there. This is like 5x plus 3x. This is a 5 plus a 3x and is not the answer. This is an 8x and it is the answer. Do you see the difference? And Kaylin, a zillion people forget that parentheses. I have Algebra 2 students still forgetting that parentheses. You guys won't anymore, I hope. Okay? All right. Rule number 8. Some radicals. Let's get radical. Have we done radicals yet this year? Just last year. Cool. Awesome. Let's get radical. We did them last year. Anybody want to go for number 8? Ilyana, what do you want to do?
For the distance a plus b, and the square root of x.
Okay. And remember, the thing in the crevice is called the index. It tells you what kind of root it is. So therefore, this is the nth root of x, right? The nth root of x. Exactamundo. All right. That means 9. You guys have no clue. I guess I have some rules in here we haven't got to. Don't worry about the ones we haven't gotten to yet. That is x to the a over b power. We'll deal with that later. Let's get to 10. We can do 10. Josh, you want to do 10? All right. So again, you see adding fractions. You say add the numerators, put them over the common denominator, right? That's what your brain says. I hope your brain says that. And Andrew, what about 11? So Andrew's brain said top times top, bottom times bottom, but R bum, and there was no reducing, so he just multiplied top times top, bottom times bottom. Fair enough? Okay, on the other side, don't do 16, don't do 17. Let's do 12 through 15. All right, 12 through 15. All right, so let's see. Ashton, you want to go for 12? Huh? 12.
A minus b over x.
Okay, so add the numerators, which is a minus b over the common denominator. Ethan, 13.
A times d divided by b times c.
AD divided by BC, right? Again, you change division to multiplication. You invert the second one, right? And top times top, bottom times bottom. 14. Anybody know what to do with 14? Oh, 15 will be fun too. Nick?
Ax plus bx.
Correct. That one gets split up. AX plus BX, and nobody knows what to do with 15, right? Anybody know what to do with 15? No, you don't know what. You have to factor 15. You don't know what to do. Don't worry about 15. That's for another day. That's coming, though. Well, like a couple chapters away. It's called The Difference of Two Squares, and we'll learn how to factor it. Can't wait to get there. It'll be awesome. All right, so on the back. So I got to be careful to weed out the ones you guys have no clue on. 1 through 5 is definitely good. Go ahead and do 1 through 5. Okay, so again, these 5 will begin to tell us whether you comprehend the rules or not. So on 3, I want everybody to tell me your answer number 1. Everybody, all right? Out loud on 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I heard 1 and I heard 7. So who are my 1 people? Who are my 7 people? Okay, so some of you are right and some of you are wrong. So you 1 people think, is it possible I'm wrong? You 7 people think, is it possible I am wrong? Okay. Anybody want to convert? Raquel? You're going to 1 from 7 to 1? Okay, anybody else converting? Anybody else can? So again, you're just going to stay wrong and you don't know why. Anybody want to debate their cause, why you think you're correct, whether you're a 1 or a 7? Antonio?
Because
What are you, a 1 or a 7?
7.
Why is it 7?
Because the 0 isn't going to the 7, it's going to the y.
Okay. Anybody want to debate the 1 cause? Anybody want to debate the 1 cause? Okay, Raquel?
That is like it's divided by itself. So
Okay. All right, anybody want to convert based on those 2 testimonies? So, Josh, what are you converting to?
7 to 1.
So you're going to 1. Okay. Anybody else? So we've had 2 converts from 7 to 1. Anybody else converting? Any other converts? Invitation's open. So let's check now. Who are my 1 people? 1's gotten bigger. Who are my 7s? So a bunch of you are wrong. Let me ask you this. Would that make a difference? So if you remember from the video, from the lesson, one of the main things I said to you is this. Students get in trouble when they misapply the exponent. When they don't apply it to the whole base, or they apply it to something that is not the base. Antonio is correct. It is the y to the 0 power, not the 7. And therefore the answer is 7. That exponent does not go to that 7. If we wanted it to include the 7, we'd have put it in a parentheses to tell you that. So there'd be no doubt about it. And it would be clear. So it is a 7. All right, so a couple people converted from the correct answer to the wrong answer. All right, that's what happens. Look how easy number 2 is. Watch. Everybody looking? Here's how easy number 2 is. Bang, bang, done. That's it. Exponents that are negative in the bottom are positive in the top. Exponents that are negative in the top are positive in the bottom. Did that exponent have anything to do with that 5? Nothing. Again, don't misapply the exponent. It only goes to its base. How many got 2 correct? Okay, so again, this is the nitty-gritty. This will tell whether you're really understanding. Most people get negative 15 on the top of 3. Tell me your bottom on 3. 1, 2, 3. And a lot of people say x, and they're all the wrong ones, right? Because last time I checked, x times x is x squared. How many got that one correct? Okay, again, but that one was the easiest one so far, and yet a bunch of people miss it. All right, on 3, give me your answer number 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Negative exponents in the top are positive in the bottom. I'm not done. 5 cubed is 125. How many got 1 over 125? All right, bunch, you got that one correct. And number 5, you have to split it up. 16x divided by 8 is a 2x. Positive 8 divided by 8 is a 1, and so you get y. 2x plus y, how many got that? Okay, good. Bunch of you got that one correct. And that is applying those rules. All right, let's see. 6, 7, 8, we're not ready for. 9, we're not ready for. Let's do 10 through 14. 10 through 14. All right, I know I gave you a short time there. Who wants to give me 10? Anybody want to give me 10? 10? Adam?
Negative 21y to the 8th.
Great. Negative 21y to the 8th, right? Good job there. Who wants to give me 11? 11. Caitlin?
6, 7, 8.
6 is on the top, definitely. 7 is on the bottom. And then there's an a squared that could either be on the top or out to the right of the fraction, right? So you can say 6a squared over 7 or 6/7 a squared. Just the a squared is in the top, right? Or is there's 6/7 of them. Either way is okay. How many got that one correct? Number 11. Again, don't misapply the exponents. They only go to the variables. All right. John, how about 12? What'd you get?
I got 3x squared y.
Correct, right? John applied the exponent only to the base, which is what's in the parentheses. He remembered the x's to the first, and he did 1 times 2 is 2, and then the 3 times 2 is 6. Good job, John. How many got that right? All right, and see, a number of you missed that, and we did homeworks over that. Now you glad we didn't have a quiz yet?
Yeah.
All right, see, you thought you were ready. All right, 13. 2 cubed is 8. A squared cubed is to the 6th, and b cubed is to the 9th. How many got 8? 8 to the 6th, b to the 9th. All right, again, see, everything's in the parentheses there, right? You see the difference? And 14 is 15 over what? X squared. All right, hopefully you didn't make the same mistake twice. 15 is negative 3 over 3x, which is negative 1 over x. And we don't have time for 16. Quiz mañana.